Good morning, it's Mr. Keller. I know this isn't the classroom that you're used to seeing me in, but today we're going to introduce surface area. I have a couple props here for you guys to see, which I have in my classroom up on the counter, but I have to kind of make shift in here today. This would be what you would call a prism, okay? A 3D object. It's rectangular. How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the top and bottom would be 6. So it would have 6 sides. That would be your rectangular prism. This is your triangular prism. Very similar, it's a 3D object. The only thing you find different is the top and bottom here, okay, are different. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have 5 sides on the triangular prism. Okay, here's another rectangular prism. And we have another rectangular prism underneath here. This is what I'll be using today. Okay, so surface area. Surface area is different from volume. Volume will be next week. Surface area is just finding the area of each of the 6 sides. Okay, so remember when we talked about a rectangle or a square, we find base times height. That would be one area. Okay, and then you would do it for all 6 sides. Okay, I have a net here, and you can look these up as well as how it would be created. And this would be your 6 sides. It would fold side, and then it would come across and look like this. This would be your finished product. Front, back, side, top, and bottom. Okay. Your triangular prism would look very similar. There's your 2 ends that are both what now? They are triangulars. So you have a rectangle, a rectangle, and a rectangle. A triangle and a triangle. Okay, we're going to do a couple examples here and to help you before you get onto your assignment. So that would fold up to like this. Boom, fold up, and you would have your 5 sides. Okay, so I guess the first thing is right now we're trying to find this rectangular prism. So let's just use the measurement of this Walmart box that I have here. And I have this as a prop, and you can use anything at home, and we'll do some of those things at home where I'll have you measure something. And you guys did a great job on that measure in your room. I was proud of the way you guys did that. Okay, so let's just look at this. Let's just say this is the top, and the top will always match the bottom. Okay, so if we looked at that measurement, we would measure, and we would just say 25 by, in this case, 17. So here's how you would work that. You would go top, 25 times 17. Bottom, 25 times 17. Okay? Now, let's go sides. Side, we know that this top was 17 this way, so we know that's going to be 17 by 13. So if we did that, we could say that's 17 inches, and that's the height is 13 inches. So you would go 17 times 13 for side, and you could write right and left. And then you have now, what do you have now? What we have now, if that's the side, remember we had it angled like this front, so this would be considered our front. Now, we could say that's the side. Either way, we're going to measure all of these. And we said that right there was going to be 13. So it's still got to be 13 that way. All right. This, if you remember, we said that that was 25. But just for our purposes to make sure of that, because it's a rectangle, we know it's also going to be 25 there. So we're going to take 25 times 13. Okay, and that would be front and back. 25 times 13. So now we need to multiply all these. And I did it already. So 25 times 17 would be 425. 25 times 17, 425. 17 by 13, 221. And that would be 221. 25 times 13 is 325 and 325. we would add all of this up, and you would get 1,942 square inches. Okay? Now, when we start doing things, as far as what we're concerned about, if we're looking at this, sometimes we do it in footage, and sometimes they can do it, if it's a bigger project, might do it in yards. But in our case, we measured in inches. So all these were inches all the way through. So as you can tell, I have this, and I just added those up. Okay? You can pause this anytime to be able to help you with this particular problem. Okay? Now, the second one we're going to do today, I'm going to give you an example, would be the triangular prism. Okay, the triangular prism, it's a little different. I want you to refer to that reteach sheet, and you might need to pause this and call up your reteach sheet. It's on your Google Classroom. Remember, I always put those reteaches. This is the same ones that you would receive if you were in the actual classroom. We posted them every day so you can refer back to them. Okay, so if we wanted to draw this rectangular prism, and I did something like this, now it might not look exactly, but I'm going to try to make sure you kind of have an idea of what it looked like. This is number 2 on your reteach, okay? And these are the measurements given. They said 4 millimeters, 9 millimeters, 12, and 5. Okay, so we're going to use this over here as our work area. It's kind of like that. Okay, so remember, so let's look at this and see what we need to do. This is where you have to really visualize. It's not always easy, I understand that. We have to really visualize what we have here. Okay, we also know that, okay, so okay, so that was 5. So we want to look at this area right here. That would be a 12 by 5. It should be 60. We also have something here, which we have the back of the wall. So we have a 9 by 4. And then we said that was 36, but that's the triangle portion. So that was like right here, 9 by 4. That's the triangular portion. So we have to times that by 1/2 and make that 18. But what do you notice about triangular prism is it's the same on both sides. Okay, so we have 2 of those. So we have a 9 by 4, 36 times 1/2, which would equal 18. And 1 equals 18. Then you have the base is 5 by 4, which would be 20. And then you have, the last one we have is the back of it, and that was going to be a 9 by 5, which equals 45. And then you would add all those up. And in this case, you would get 161 millimeters squared. So today, what we talked about is surface area of a rectangular prism and surface area of a triangular prism. You're also going to have a couple other review questions, which are going to be simple algebra, solving for S or whatever the letter was. Remember, if it's a subtraction, you add to both sides to eliminate it. And let's say it was a add, you would subtract from both sides. Eliminate and get the variable by itself. So that's like questions 2 and 3, I think, on your review today, or on your assignment or review. And then the rest of them are just going to go right down from what we talked about today. All right, I hope you're all doing well. You don't have to wear your IDs while you're doing your work. I just thought I'd wear mine today so you knew who I was. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying your time outside. Stay off, try to get outside today. I know you're TikToking and Snap apping and whatever else you're doing. But other than that, I hope you're doing well and miss seeing you guys in the classroom. And other than that, We'll talk to you on the other side. Try it too.